A reminder tonight, studying, because I did put one construction on Thursday's unit test, studying tomorrow night. Maybe you forgot the steps. I just want to remind everybody up on Classroom, you got constructions help. It's got all the videos. Find the parallel line one that you need. All right, if you get stuck. All right, how am I going to do this one? First step, we grab our straight edge. And through point P and line M, you are going to draw yourself a transversal through both. So we don't need the compass for this. Grab your straight edge. We don't need the compass for this. Grab your straight edge. Draw a transversal. I don't care at what angle. Does not matter to me. Through P, going through M. Everyone got it? That's the new step. Now from here, we're going to review an old construction, which is you probably, no matter what angle you drew your transversal, everyone's got an angle down here, right? An angle formed by the transversal in the line. Everyone's got an angle. We are going to copy that angle right here on this ray that starts with endpoint P. So we're going to take this angle, review how to copy an angle, and we're going to do it right on this ray that starts with point P. So take your compass point, put it on the vertex of the angle you're copying. I'll go slow here. How many sides to an angle? Did I just ask like a question in Greek? How many sides to an angle? Two. You're going to make an arc through both those sides. Done. I don't care how large the opening is or small. It doesn't matter, as long as it goes through both sides of your angle. Everyone good? You're going to go up to the ray now. Make sure you put your compass point on P, point P, and you're going to do that same arc. Make sure it intersects your transversal. That's all I care about. Make sure it intersects the transversal. So you should have two arcs right on top of each other. All good? We got two arcs? All good? How many times did your first arc hit your angle? How many times did your first arc hit your angle? Open up your compass to both points, please. Take your compass, open it up to both points. You don't have to do a darn thing. Just open up your compass to both points. Okay, let's go back to your ray, but we're not going to go back to point P. We are going to go back to where that arc intersected your transversal. So go back to your ray, put your compass point on where it intersected your transversal. Now you want to make an arc that intersects each other here. These two better intersect each other right now when I draw this in. And make sure it's on the same side as the angle you're copying. All right, make sure this point of intersection I'm about to make is on the same side of the transversal. There we go. So again, I measured the opening between the two. I went up here, right here, and drew that arc so the two intersect each other. If you've gotten to this point, you can now grab your straight edge. Please line them up correctly. A lot of people, that was the big issue last period for some reason. We couldn't line them up correctly. Line up point P and the point of intersection. Hope your line's parallel. Few things before we move on. Any markings you want to put on that diagram? What can I put on both lines? They're parallel, so what can I put on them? I can put my arrow markings on there. And I have an honors level question here. Why are they parallel? Other than those are the steps you told me. What did we just construct here? Corresponding angles, which are, put those two together, they imply, there you go. That's what we just did. We just constructed two congruent corresponding angles. And as we know from this unit, they imply parallel lines. All right, time for me to walk around and watch you do it on the next one. I know that might be freaking people out that the point and the line are in a little different spot. Turn your paper and you'll be okay. Okay, it'll look just like the last one we did. So I'll walk around seeing your damage. We have one more thing we want to do with parallel lines. Now we're going to get a little unique. All right, we're going to get a little unique. I got a line and a point again I want to construct. Here's a new vocabulary term we got to quickly go over. Quadrilateral, anyone? Four sides. That's all you need here. So we're going to actually end up making a four-sided figure, but here's the thing about that four-sided figure. One of the pairs of sides has to be parallel and have the lengths of A and B. So real quickly, if I sketch this out, A, B, and they have to be parallel. That's what I'm looking for at the end of this. Okay, so you can just envision what we're looking for. I need two sides that are parallel and have lengths A and B. Let's start with the ease, or I don't know, maybe it's not right now, but give me parallel lines. Just give me parallel lines first. All right, I need two sides that are parallel. We know how to do parallel lines. What do I need to draw in first? Transversal through the point and the line. Go ahead. I'll do my version up here while you do yours. Just give me a set of parallel lines. Don't worry about the A and B yet. Draw me a set of parallel lines. So this is your third time going through it now. Should just be 3 arc marks. That's it. 3 arc marks. And I think where you guys are running into trouble is you make these arc marks so darn big, they start colliding into each other. All right, try to make some of you guys that are experiencing that issue, try to make your arc marks a little smaller. You don't need these huge suckers. All right, that's when they start running into each other and you don't know where you're supposed to put your compass. All right, you should only have 3 arc marks here. Everyone's drawing your parallel line, so we can get to line segment A and B now. All right, everyone's got a set of parallel lines. On one line has to go line segment A. On one line, the other parallel line has to go line segment B. Doesn't matter what gets what. All right, so I'll make the decision. We're going to copy A first. All right, so everyone open up your compass length to the line segment A. It doesn't matter if it's the original or the one you just drew, which one gets line segment A. Doesn't matter. And does it matter where I put it? No, but I want to be smart about this. I'm actually going to put it, where do we want to put it? You want to put it on the top one or the bottom? Top one, fine. Wherever floats your boat. You decide. You decide. It's not going to matter. You decide. I'm actually going to use one of these these points of intersection here as an endpoint to start A. So I'm going to make, you guys want me to put it on top? Okay. I could put it to the left of the transversal or to the right. It doesn't matter. I got to put it to the left or to the right. Won't matter. So I'm just going to make an arc mark and then just make sure I say, hey, this is length A right here. All right, that's length A. Again, I could have done it on the other side of the transversal too. I could have done it on the bottom, the original line too. So there's A. Are you ready for B? I copy B. Obviously now B has to go on the other line and on the same side of the transversal. I can't put it on one side, one on the other. So just make sure it's on the other line and on the other side of the transversal. So I'm going to put mine right here. Same side of the transversal. Copy that over. That's line segment B. I'm missing one last thing. Quadrilateral. All right, I have A and B that are parallel. How do I make this into four sides? Thoughts here? How do I make this a four-sided figure? Brody?
I think you're going to want to connect the 4 points.
Which are where?
The point of your...
So ready? Here is side A. Everyone agree? Here is side B. Two sides down. Everyone see sides 3 and 4. 3, 4. Is it 4 sides? Yep. Does it have 2 sides that are A and B and parallel? Yep. Now, could I have put B here and A down here and it looked flipped? Yep. Could I have done it on the other side of the transversal? Yeah, a couple different ways to do this. But as long as it's got 4 sides and A and B are parallel. Anything you want to go over with the parallel lines? Because now we're in review mode. Oh, wait a second. We still have to do perpendicular. We have already. We did this in Unit 1. Somebody's just got to reteach me. How do I do a perpendicular line? It's not this, by the way. That's not. I can never do that on a line. Only a line segment. The bisector. Anybody remember? So. Whoa. Time out. I got to put my compass somewhere. Okay. I'm listening. And?
You create an arc mark that I think intersects the line twice.
You better play around with your compass right now. And make sure you can make an arc that intersects M in 2 spots. Great job. All righty.
And then you do the same thing. You define like a midpoint and put the compass point on one intersection.
Let me interject to put an extra step in here. After you make this first arc here, this smile, open up your compass a little bit larger. Okay, now go ahead, Bridger. I'm listening. Put it on one point of intersection. Yep.
Draw an arc mark that passes through both lines, the smile and the...
Doesn't have to.
Okay.
Okay, these next two, notice how I got 1 point on 1 point I got my compass point on the point of intersection. You could do this right now here, or I could go above and do this. All right, I prefer not both. So all I'm gonna do is make a nice little arc mark below there. Again, this mark could be done above. And then I'm gonna head over to the other point of intersection and do it again so the two intersect. Again, this can be done above or below. I prefer not both, but I guess you could get away with it. And then grab your straight edge, point P, intersection. Let's have a good time here. And what else are you putting on here? Perpendicular lines form. Yeah, let's put a little right angle symbol. And then you get the tri-wet on your own. Wait a second. This one's different than what you showed. No, it's not. Points on the line. So now you either decide to yourself, am I going to start out with that? Or am I going to start out with that? Right? Your call. I'll come around, taking a peek.